Ba-ba-ba. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the continuation of LHYNX Division Gaming League, the first VR chat-based competitive gaming league ever. Tonight's matchup is the all-star game for League of Legends. We have Dark versus Light. I'm your shoutcaster, Sleepy, and I'm here with my co-shoutcaster, Cheyenne.
Hello.
And we'll be calling the match as it happens live on the official LDGL Twitch channel and livestream. Rosters of the participating teams will be displayed shortly as we get closer to the start of the match. Tonight's rules will be closely following Pro League rules and regulations. This should be another exciting stream, and we're thrilled to have everyone participating and watching.
Tonight, our all-star game will be the two best players of League of Legends head-to-head to compete for one competitive and exciting event. These players were split into two groups together with their usual teammates. Team Light consists of YTZY and Delamore, and Team Dark consists of Void and Prevail. As Sleepy said, tonight we'll be following Pro League rules. With this in mind, Zeri won't be playable because she hasn't been approved for professional play. Thank you to everyone at home watching, and let's get started.
All right, so just give me your initial thoughts of each team side. Like, do you have any? I know there's a lot of differences between the teams' player skills. They do all have their own best players in mind.
Yeah.
But what would you say, Dark or Light? Who do you have your chips on?
I don't know. I think that Delamore and Prevail both really have strong players. I mean, both of them came out of this season with 4 wins each. And I think the same with Void and YTZY. They definitely have their strong suits. I know, just watching the streams ourselves, they've got really strong chemistry together. But I know when you take the players out of their natural habitat, things change. So I don't know if we can exactly predict what's going to happen in this game, but I think it'll be really exciting to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I think the biggest contributing factor, you can have the best players on a team, but I think the teamwork and coordination is going to be a big problem. We're having two teams match up that never played before, maybe played against each other, but, they've never practiced. They don't know the tactics that they're going to use. So I think the team with the stronger coordination, even if they are inherently quote unquote worse at the game, I think they'll do better just because they'll be able to coordinate.
I definitely agree. Team chemistry is such a strong thing when you're similar skill level in these kinds of games. Especially like I was saying before, Prevail and Delamore, they are very similar skill level. And I think that their team chemistry is really going to make or break this game for them.
Yeah, that pretty much sounds about right. I mean, it really showed in one of Void's last games. They weren't doing too hot in the beginning. It was, a bit
struggle.
A bit loose, yeah. Coordination wasn't really there. But, next game they did a bit better. They were able to work together, and then the other team did have to respect Void's boundary. Even though they did get pushed over, Void put up a bit of a fight. So it was a respectable loss.
I do think that the ability to at least work together as a team and move together as one group, even if you're losing, that can still help you push yourself just a little bit more. I think, like we've been saying, chemistry really does. It's like another game mechanic, and being able to play together is just as important as, knowing your knowledge in game.
Yeah, it's like if you had the same teams, but you had let's do a Malphite. Malphite's a pretty good engage with his R. One team has good coordination, is able to use that Malphite ult to its fullest potential. Let's say 3-person knock up, engage, absolutely swept team fight. Pretty good. Malphite might be behind, but he's got that really strong engage. So, that's pretty good. And, the other team might not be as strong. That Malphite goes in a 1-person, or even if he does get a 5-team knock up, where's the follow-up? They might not be there, so we'll have to see.
Yeah. And like you were saying, I think we can both agree that every team fight and every engage matters in this game. One really lost team fight or one really won team fight can completely turn around a game. And so being able to use those things, even if you're losing, to your advantage can really change the course of a game. You know, winning right before a drag, winning a team fight right before a drag can possibly get you soul, possibly win you the game. So yeah.
Yeah, drags have been. 1 second.
Yeah. I'll talk while Sleepy's figuring himself out. I think that together we have team chemistry. I think that's why we're talking about it so much. We all have known each other for a very long time, and we play outside of these games, outside of practices. We play together like casually. And I think even though we're the least skilled, you could say, out of all of the teams, you could say, I think we make up for that in like fight power and just team chemistry, but also like, I don't know what to call it, willpower, the ability to hold ourselves a little bit better.
Oh my god, we're back into it. All right.
So, yeah, I know anyone who plays League can tell you that the Riot client isn't the friendliest of things ever. And that does not change for us at all. So, sadly, we will have to restart the game from the beginning, but we're going to be doing same picks, some spells, everything like that. So, nothing's going to change. We're just restarting the game from the beginning.
I hate this client.
Yeah, I know. They were supposed to fix it in season 12. But we're 2 patches in now, I think, and it is still struggling, to say the least.
It's been struggling since day 1. I swear. This thing doesn't change.
I know. You started playing season 10, Sadie?
8.
Season 8. All right.
Yeah.
So you've been playing a little bit longer than I have. You probably know, and I know as well, how much of a struggle it can be to get the game just running, which sucks for a game so old, but you know, I understand that the game is old and it's hard to implement new things. So
even when it does work, sometimes it just breaks on you.
Yeah.
So.
I know there's been times before where the game won't let me pick champions, and it forces me to dodge, and that can be really frustrating. Or times where you have to completely restart the client because you can't open your shop or your backpack.
Whoa, my god, they have backpacks in League? Oh, when they add this feature.
You know what I mean. But yeah, it sucks. I love this game, but it can be frustrating sometimes. But I think that's with
Let's see.
Yeah, these are some very fast picks we can see. Obviously we know what's
Let's
happening.
Get back into it.
Yeah, we're trying to get in this game quickly so we can actually have some content to show you guys. Some actual in-game to watch.
I want to see people throw hands.
Completely brawl each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Just A-ram them straight down mid lane. Just like that one Void game. Just an A-ram straight down mid lane. That was so fun.
Listen, okay? A-ram's the only way.
Yeah. I mean, after a while, you play enough draft, you play enough ranked. Sometimes you just need to get 5 people together and run it down mid. You know?
It's a pretty efficient strategy.
Except for when they're coming behind you from river and jungle. But
that's not that important. I mean, you could keep going.
Yeah. Enough tower dives and eventually you'll do something.
Bro.
But it looks like we have all our picks in now, so in a couple minutes we should be in game finally and ready to go. Yeah. So how you feeling about, other than the technical difficulties, how you feeling about tonight? Excited,
rough.
hopefully.
No, I mean both. It's rough and exciting. I want to see how these teams do perform against each other. Yeah. Fingers crossed client does work this time.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm hopeful. I know we may be a little biased, but our teammates, we get to see them play tonight on a little bit of a bigger scale. And I'm excited to see how they perform, especially because I know how they usually play and I know a lot of their habits. And I think that'll be really cool to see with new teammates and on teams that more or less are pretty balanced.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how like I mentioned before, just how the two different teams are going to work together. You know, 'cause they
Yeah.
only played against each other. They don't really know how to work.
And I think it's hard too because both teams, I don't believe, had too many practice games together as a group before this. So they're really like learning as they're going tonight. And I think if we get up to all 3 games, we're gonna slowly see them start to work a little bit better together over the next 3 games.
Yeah, I think game 1's going to be a good representation of how the teams immediately work together. Then game 2 is going to kick it up. There is a game 3. I think that's where we're going to see the best of the best here.
Yeah, I think if we do get to a game 3 tonight, it's going to be one hell of a game to watch. It will be late, yeah. I am very glad it's a Saturday night, so I don't have anywhere to go tomorrow. So hopefully if you don't have anywhere to go tomorrow, you guys can stay up with us and watch
when
this.
do I have work?
You can watch this as it unfolds, and hopefully my friend Sleepy here gets at least a couple of hours of sleep before he has to go to work tomorrow.
No.
The joys of late night gaming. But I mean, it's not that different than staying up with your friends playing League until well past midnight.
True. Or into the next day. You ever do that?
Yeah, we
It's not fun. It
all
is
day,
not
all
fun.
night. The gamer grind.
Yeah, true. Sometimes you gotta get to that new division, but
I mean, I know you've been playing a lot of ranked. You've been grinding late
a
nights.
little bit. Ranked up a bit, but we're chilling.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah.
Season
9
12.
more seconds.
9 more seconds. Hopefully it works this time. And then yeah, I guess rescheduling the game wouldn't be
Fingers
that
crossed though.
uncalled for. Yeah, we're crossing our fingers, dotting our I's. Yeah. If all else fails, we will figure it out with the true spirit of LHYNX division. Working through our technical difficulties. I think it's working this time, guys.
Pop, pop, pop. They're all popping in.
Woo!
All right.
Get a round of applause for. All right. So, let's wipe our brains from the last 20 minutes or so. Sleepy, how are you feeling about these matchups?
Okay. So, I mean, initially from this ping, it already seems like red team is going to go on the aggro for an invade against this Nami.
Yeah, it looks like blue team is watching their invades, which a good invade can really destroy a jungler's pathing and put them. I mean, you're not getting jungle help in any of the lanes, we might not be able to secure the first dragon.
Yeah, it can really mess you up, especially having to solo start. That's really bad. You'll just be late to scuttle, you'll be late to ganks. It's not the best. Right now, it does seem both teams are going to play passive. Unfortunately, we don't know how the beginning of this game started out.
Yeah.
So, for now, we're just gonna... It looks like they're just respecting each other and just starting out slow.
I like the playful banter in game chat. I think that is one of the more fun things about playing as a division like this. We all are here to win, right? But we do respect that we're here to have fun too, and we can have some fun with each other. And
yeah, for sure.
We don't have to be toxic and super serious.
Let's see.
Looks like bot's just getting to lane right now. Viego clearing his Gromp.
We're gonna have to see how this goes. I think at least bot lane's... Oh, he got hooked up.
That was a good Thresh hook. That's gonna put him at a pretty good advantage, especially early game.
Nami taking a lot of damage from the Kaiseki and the hook. Not looking too great right now, but as you always know, once Yasuo hits level 3, not only can he block hook, he can block Kaiseki, W, autos, anything he needs. So
yeah, that wind wall is going to be really impactful against Thresh this game, I think.
Rough start, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Jax is looking to deep ward right now. He got Sejuani, so that's a bit interesting. They know where their blue side jungler is while Viego is starting his red.
Looks like he's going to be going on Camille as well. Up in the top lane, doing a little scuffling.
Let's see. It looks like both teams are in pretty alright positions. The advantage that red does have at the moment is they know where their jungler is. If Sejuani does want to go to this scuttle, Ryze can easily move up, and so can top lane. They do have prio, so it is a bit of a risky play. In the bot lane, Yasuo got hooked, but he is getting out after getting ignited.
First blood
the flash auto.
That's going to be really good for red team. And it looks like another fight is breaking out in top lane. Jack's taking a bit of damage as well.
They're trying to defend bot tower while scuffles are happening across the map. It does seem like Viego was able to secure that. It's very... Actually, who... No, blue team was able to secure it. It looks like he did get the smite off. Now, Viego's going to go for that bot side scuttle, get what he can. Sejuani's either going to go for a deep ward or try to take what Viego didn't. Shyvana is a bit under tower. We'll see if this gank does come out here. He has no idea as the vision is in the bush. Sejuani is going in. Is he able to get the kill? They got the flash out of him while Viego does rotate to the counter gank. Another flash from Klee, and it does seem like both sides do take their losses.
Looks like top is still fighting. Camille is tower diving Jax here, and he might die from this ignite.
Oh!
But Camille dying from the tower dive there.
It's a 1-for-1, and it is in Jax's favor. It seems like the wave is just barely... Oh, he's going to use that TP.
He's going to protect his tower.
See, bot lane's having a little bit of scuffle. Mid lane is pushed up again. Right now, summoners are... Oh!
A nice Thresh hook into tower there. I don't know if Thresh is going to be able to survive this, though. Yep.
Second... Oh, that Triumph giving just enough healing to survive the second tower shot.
A really good Nami bubble there, too. I think that matchup-wise, it's going to be a little bit easier for engages on blue team side rather than red team. In the bot lane, at least.
They do have Ziovi's R for that just absolutely insane Shyvana damage. They have that long range R from Shyvana. No, it's not Shyvana. Sejuani. And then not only that, but they have Nami.
Yeah, so that Nami R on top of those two, it completely locked down a team fight.
You know, and then Camille being able to, you know, sing out whoever she needs to. Jax does get the level 6 lead here. Hopefully she is able to keep it slow and just gain that farm. Dying would be extremely detrimental to her right now.
Yeah, I know. One of the things that, especially in higher elos, is knowing your strengths and weaknesses, especially in lane, knowing that if someone has a level advantage on you, not letting them take that advantage. Because it looks like Jax is pushed up to tower here while, oh, Camille just hit level 6, but yeah, if Jax decided to engage there, it might have been bad for Camille.
Yeah, you always have to remember, what are you gonna win? Oh, it looks like Camille's gonna go. Oh, camera moved down bot lane. How wonderful.
Oh, there's a good Nami bubble there onto Kai'Sa. Bot lane is still level 4 and 5 there.
Looks like they're about to engage. They got the exhaust out on Kai'Sa, but she is able to go with the Thresh W. They keep following and chasing. The Nami bubble.
Wow, that was a good Nami bubble. That was very good for them.
With persistency. Looks like this is going to be a 2v2 top lane. As they do focus Camille, she is dead, and it looks like they are going to pick out Klee. And yes, unfortunately, the fight does not go their way, as he was there to stun Camille and take all of her damage away.
Back to bot lane. Looks like they're trying to tower dive this Thresh here. He is pretty low, but he also did ignite the Yasuo.
Oh, a nice 1-for-1. They just ran out of minions, so he had to commit. It's all he could do. Let's see.
It was still, I believe it was in their favor though, because they did kill Kai'Sa.
Oh no!
Earlier in that fight.
The Rise TP onto the Nami. She has no mana. What's she gonna do here? It looks like they're gonna give Kai'Sa the kill. There we go.
That'll be really helpful for bot lane since they are falling a tiny bit behind down there.
Right now, things aren't seeming the best for blue side. They are down a bit of gold, but in a single team fight, that can easily turn around.
I will say Drag is up right now, but I don't know if red side is going to go for it, even though they do have the advantage. Though maybe after Yasuo is done clearing his, or not Yasuo, maybe after Viego is done clearing his jungle right here, he might field rotating down.
Jax being able to just beat down Camille in the top lane, run her into her tower. It's always unfortunate to see. Yasuo looks like he's gonna go in, unable to hit the Q on Kai'Sa. A hook missed. Nami's coming in behind him. Are we gonna see an engage here? Here comes the ulti. Kai'Sa is able to dodge it with her move speed. And she does get out with W. Oh, looks like we got to engage here. We got to heal, ignite out. Nami does hit the bubble. Through auto attack, she does use R, but still does die.
It's quite a few ults used there. Did definitely come out in blue team's favor. But yeah.
You know, it's just Yasuo's he's just strong. He's able to chase down, he's able to block. It looks like they might go for another tower dive here on Thresh. If it'll be a 1v1, 1-4-1, who knows? But looks like they're just gonna go take their golden reset. Mid lane has been really calm right now.
Pretty safe. I think I personally have never played a Shyvana Ryze matchup. I don't play either of those champions, but it looks like Ryze is able to push into Shyvana's tower a little bit more. Though we do have a gank coming in from Sejuani.
Unfortunately, top lane is taking a bit of a beatdown, trying to run, surviving as long as she can, but she's down, and then there goes Shyvana. Unable to hit her E because of the minions. We do have Viego coming down as Camille, re-ulting. There he goes, stunning him. Did he just flash point blank? He did.
I think so. I think he did flash. I don't think that was intentional, but if blue team did take notice of that, they could really take advantage of that if they're smart. Being able to see that now he doesn't have his flash up and he is at a weaker spot. Looks like bot lane.
Coming out down here, they got the exhaust, the heal, the ignite. Everything was thrown out, but unfortunately, nothing of Nami did hit. Oh, but she still does get the kill.
That was a very good bubble on Nami's part.
Is she able to kill Thresh here? Oh, Viego is coming down. Looks like he is ready to tower dive. Let's see what she can do here. They do miss the hook. Shot. Doing as much as she can. He is tanking tower. It looks like Seju. Oh, it does go to Nami.
Wow. That was a tower dive, all right. I'm not sure if that was good for red team. I don't think that they really got much out of that. They did kill Nami, but
yeah,
at the cost of
did
your
that
jungler.
give her a double kill?
I don't think it was a double.
He may have executed. We got Camille coming into the mid lane right here with the knock up. Both of them engaging. He has TP going. Oh, but that interaction stopped him from escaping.
That was really clean.
Those are some of the nuances that you don't run into every single day.
Yeah. And, I mean, especially most of these players play at a higher elo. You're going to see champs that most people won't see, such as, I think Ryze isn't that common. Neither is Sejuani. And so you might not be able to see these nuances or those interactions nearly as often.
Let's see. It does look like things are evening out just a little bit. Red side does have a bit of an advantage, but overall, it does seem like the teams are able to communicate and rotate with each other. A little scuffle going on in the top lane. Camille does take a bit of a beating. She is level down while the tower dive is going, but we do have Sejuani here coming out with the ulti.
Wow.
Unfortunately, she does die. We're going to see. Unfortunately,
Sejuani.
with that Conqueror proc, it doesn't look like Sejuani is able to 1v1 this Jax.
Jax is a beater when it comes to top lane. He definitely can take advantage of you being behind, and man, if he's able to tower dive you over and over again, that's going to mean a lot for your team.
Bot lane going in with the scuffle here. Oh, a heal popping out. Unfortunately, too much was on Yasuo and he couldn't manage any of it.
Looks like Shyvana is also rooted under tower, and Ryze is able to get some good hits off on her.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Shyvana can really do much in this lane. The phase rush and the instant root that Ryze can just deliver. Oh, and she goes in with the ulti. We do have Camille coming in. Does she have an ulti to follow up? She does hit her slow, her Q. Let's see. And there it is.
That was a very nice tower dive. I would like to know that Viego is there in mid lane now, so he might try and contest them pushing, or try and get this Shyvana a little bit behind.
Bot lane is having a bit of a rough time, but oh, it's about to be 4 of them. We do have a bubble going out. She is taking a lot of damage. Yasuo taking the W. Camille R-ing. Oh, the tornado with the perfect prediction. Now it's all Thresh for his own. He does flash the bubble, but is that going to be enough? Sejuani's going to walk on the outside, hopefully to cut him off. Thresh is out. We do have a TP coming in from Ryze. Oh, we have a TP from Jax. Oh, ignited
I think
Yasuo.
red team just turned this fight around.
It looks like
Jax might power dive this.
We do have a bubble. If they just stay away, that was really unfortunate for red side, as they weren't able to get any kills, and they did burn 2 TPs.
Yeah, that a TP without a kill is going to be really hard on them, especially if a team fight breaks out at drag in a minute or two. It's going to be really hard on them.
Is in their jungle. Gonna take anything? Doesn't look like it.
I think he's just walking back to lane a little bit. They do have a... No, it looks like Jax is going to try and steal his buff from Heretic Lee here.
They do have 4 top lane. It looks like they are going to secure that Herald, put it down in the top, and possibly get 2 towers out of it. Yasuo is going to go take bot tower if he can. Thresh the only one being able to stop him. Viego's soloing that Baron. No, Herald. ZOV simply running away, as Shyvana does.
I think it's
Ignite
hard.
going on to Kai'Sa. We're going to see what work he can do here. Her ulti is done. But Camille just
doing a lot of damage there.
Absolutely walking all over her. No ult needed, but her Ignite did come out. We do have Klee coming out. Ziobi coming in with his ulti. A lot of healing. Well, ultimately, they were able to kill him.
I wonder if they're going to be going for this next dragon here. They are getting some really good picks, blue team. And I wonder if, because they didn't get Herald, if they're looking to get another dragon.
Oh, they're having a bit of a scuffle top lane. I think he's going to stop. Oh, she's taking a lot of damage. They do have Rise up there. Ignite went out. Nice. Bit of damage. Ulti, recast Q. Boom. There he goes. Nice. Rise trying to live as much as he can, but there we go. The easy double kill in top lane.
We have seen a lot of tower dives this game.
There has been a lot of close play with towers. Leaving that Yasuo down in bot lane. Kai'Sa going for ZOV, but simply does not have the damage at the moment. Looks like Yasuo and Sejuani are rotating to assist.
I was right. They did go for that dragon. Sometimes when you see you have an advantage, you go for something that you may not have been going for before. And I think the bot side of the map just was able to rotate for that dragon. And that's going to be really good for them later in the game.
And now, which Drake is currently present? Infernal Drake. So we're going to see how that plays out. Blue team does only need 2 more Drakes to get the Elemental Soul. See how that plays out.
I know, and I think we've talked about this before, that people who get Soul have a very high % chance of winning the game. It can be a huge game changer, and it's such a strong and powerful buff. No matter what the Soul is, it does give you a significant advantage.
Of course, it's always one of those things where, I mean, if you compare every region's career, Yasuo absolutely just dominating this Rise here.
Sadly not getting the kill, but
it looks like he's gonna have to run for his life as he is getting collapsed on by 4 people. Let's see what he does here. He keeps running, he gets E'd. Unfortunately, he is unable to put out enough damage to kill Kai'Sa, but he did as much as he could.
I believe Nami's about to get she actually gets away. I was about to say she might have gotten collapsed on there, but I think she was smart enough that after Yasuo got killed that she needed to back off a little bit.
But going back, a lot of the things that do happen in very high elos is as soon as someone gets Drakes, a lot of the teams just FF because that's where you lose. We do have Jax and Camille here. Let's see if they are going to fight. They do blow both blast cones. One of the things that I am noticing looking at the map is simply vision.
There's a lot of vision happening everywhere.
Red side does have significantly more vision on their own side than blue side does, but they do have a few more control wards.
I think vision is something, especially when you're lower level, that you don't appreciate nearly enough, but being able to predict, especially where like a jungler is, or being able to know when you're about to get ganked, that's huge. And it's something that you need to practice a lot of, and a lot of people forget to buy control wards and to get vision. But yeah, it can really make or break a good, even if you're a good team, if you don't have vision, you're not going to know when things are coming.
Yeah, it especially helps early game if you do get one of those wards out into the enemy jungle. You
like
can,
we saw earlier.
Yeah, you can play recklessly if you know where the enemy jungler is. You can push up all you want. You don't have to be afraid. It looks like blue team is pinging to go in on Thresh here, but there is Viego. Yasuo does get stunned. And it looks like Shield Bow does save his life. There's the W. Unfortunately, her passive does go off. We have everyone focusing Camille. All the stuns. ZOV coming in with the massive ulti, but then Jax coming in with the big stun. We have a Rise TP. Unfortunately for blue team, there's just too much happening. We got a Ryze ulti. Amazing hook by Thresh.
Flash hook there.
By him.
And a Herald down mid lane. That's going to really put blue team behind you.
Side can do. And unfortunately, they do have that Herald out.
I believe they also...
Oh!
Yikes.
Diego trying to BM does get him killed. Unfortunately, the shutdown does go to Nami.
I do like the mastery flex afterwards. I respect the...
You always gotta die with style.
Yeah. It looks like this is inhibitor gone for blue team as well, which is going to really put them at a disadvantage, especially this early in the game.
Oh my god, Camille gets absolutely blown up by Ryze. Oh no, it looks like Ryze and Jax just absolutely have a hold onto this game. They're just holding him off in base. Yasuo, Shyvana trying to do as much. Does the stun go out? It does. The knockup. Unfortunately, it just seems like these two are just too much of a powerhouse, doing absolutely everything they need to stop the team from emerging from base. The gold lead is extremely massive right now.
Favor, yeah. It is 16-22 as well, with a couple of towers underneath red team's belt. It's really going to do some good for them, especially if they're trying to close out this game quickly.
See, unfortunately, Camille doesn't dodge the stun, and she is able to get the kill and shutdown.
That's going to be really good for Camille, though. She is doing a lot of damage to their team, and that gold's going to help her continue to do that damage.
Fortunately, red team does take the Drake into their own hands. They do have one Infernal Soul now. They need 3 more for Soul, but who knows what's going to happen before then.
I believe that they are going to go for this Baron.
Oh, Camille and Yasuo absolutely able to combo him and just kill Ryze. The ulti cancel because of Yasuo's stun. Absolutely phenomenal.
Diego and Thresh looking to contest this, but I don't know if they're going to be able to.
Ice is just absolutely rampaging bot lane. Let's see. Oh! And they do have it, but now they do have to return to base as Kai'Sa is about to take tower.
That split push is going to be really worth it for Kai'Sa, and you know, sometimes you have to weigh. You do lose some towers, but you do get Baron buff, and what's more important to your team right now? If they are able to... Oh, sorry.
It's alright, it's alright. Looks like she is... Oh! Camille going in. A nice ult from Klee, stunning the support. Oh, unfortunately, she does misclick onto the Jax, leaving her alive. Jax just cruising with Thresh W. Let's see what they're able to do here.
That Thresh Lantern was really impactful just now.
Oh, the shield bow keeping him alive. Unfortunately, he does get popped even through the exhaust. And it's just a massacre from here on.
I do want to take note. I think it's amazing how quickly that fight just turned around. And that's a very League of Legends thing. It went from red team having to pretty much run completely in the opposite direction to they got one good player in there, one good hook, and they were all right. They were turning it around. They were chasing them down.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have vision. You know, it's one of my favorite things playing as Gangplank. They don't have vision. You get a nice barrel and crit on them, absolutely blow them up. All their HP's gone.
We get it. You like Gangplank.
Listen, all right, blowing up ADCs in one barrel. Most satisfying thing. We're gonna see what Yasuo can do here. He's
Camille coming in.
Trying to go out, but he does get stunned again.
That was a nice pick on for them.
Right now, it does seem like blue side does need to just slowly pick them off one by one as they are making these little mistakes.
I do think that blue team is staying together while red team is spreading out a little bit more, and that could be detrimental for red team. The grouping and the ability to catch out someone who shouldn't be there might cost them the game if they're not able to secure dragons or towers.
Yeah, unfortunately, blue side, they were able to get Baron and secure it, but they just can't use it. They can't get far out enough.
That's something that's hard, and I think a lot of people are like, yeah, let's go get Baron buff. They just got Dragon, but sometimes you're not able to use that Baron buff, and it's really not going to do much for your team in the long run. Yeah, you got it, and you got the golds and stuff, but
nice fight breaking out.
It's going to be a really good pick for them.
There we go.
That was very nice.
Oh, and just 1v1. Let's see. Oh, he comes down to the last
that was a
auto.
Close fight. That was very close. I don't think that blue team is going to be able to get much off of that, though. They did get quite a few picks, but drag isn't up, and they aren't really able to push up to tower. Looks like they're going for another one up top.
Let's see.
Rise TPing out.
Unfortunately, blue team is in a bit of a pickle. Let's see Viego going on Ziovi. He isn't able to ult away. They both flash. And unfortunately, he does get taken out. There's not much he can do there. Let's see what Yasuo does here. He's trying to back Thresh.
I don't believe they have bounties up in this game yet, do they?
They did. Yasuo, I believe, just received 600 gold from that tower.
Right. It isn't showing up on my screen, I think, just because we're spectating, but him getting that bounty is going to be really helpful in breaking that gold advantage that Ren Team's got right now. And gold can really kill you in this game. Not being able to afford your items, it's just going to make you fall more and more behind. It's really a snowball effect.
It looks like red team's just going to have an absolute hold on this dragon. Blue team is nowhere near collected enough to go do anything with Drake, so there you go. They got it very easily.
And I bet blue team's taking this a little bit hard. I know they did get the first 2 dragons of the game, and they were really coasting in bot lane, but now that laning phase is over, it's going to be a lot harder for them to get that prio on drag.
Right now, it just seems like they're just trying to get what they can while keeping their base intact. It does look like this is going to be an inhib, but there's not much they can do. Camille is now recalling. Shyvana is still in base. They're both coming on out, and we're ready to see a fight. Jax is pushing out bottom to try to get tower. We'll see what happens here.
I believe, yep. Going for that inhib. I don't think they're really trying to pick a fight here.
Nope. Get in and get out. That's probably what they want to do.
Inhib is at 1 HP, but I don't know if they're going to be able to secure it. Blue team is really pushing them off of the inhibitor.
Camille making a bit of an engage here. Unfortunately, the counter-strike does stop her auto. This is a bit risky. Camille's pushing up, but now going back. They're trying their hardest to defend this inhib. Ziovi does get rooted and chunked. That hook does not hit. They did break the Queen's crown, but inhib is gone.
I think Sejuani did want to engage there, but she just wasn't doing the CC or the damage that was required to
a lot of
ultis
coming on out. They do have Thresh on the grass. They do
blast zone.
Other people. Jax coming onto the team, almost killing Nami. He does with a flash. Camille coming on in. He keeps on running away. The stun does go out. We do have 2 more alive. Ooh, Yasuo does stay alive, but he does get out. That's unfortunate for them, but overall, they did take the win. For Nami, they killed 3 of them. They might go for Baron here. Let's see.
I think they're looking to get Baron.
It looks like they are. Unfortunately, that mid wave is getting pushed out. So they do have to be careful. Oh, there's a TP.
If Rise pushed this wave out, I'm not sure that Baron's going to be really worth it for them.
If red team does steal Baron here, it can be very detrimental. Oh, but they do get it. There we go. Viego's dead. Kai'Sa's dead. Rise?
Wow.
Unable to take the W as the true damage does go through. It does seem like they're going to do their best to push out mid.
2 very good team fights back to back, and mid wave is about to be pretty neutral here, I think. Going for the quick tower dive to kill that tower. I think that's going to be really good in turning this game around for blue team. I don't think they're going down without a fight at all.
This is when they can start leveraging their advantage. Camille is extremely strong. She does have TP up, so she's going to split. That's all she's going to do. Jax is here, but they do have Sejuani. His W, Thresh. Ziovi does decide to chase a little. Let's see. Looks like they are going to get this mid tower.
That was a good Thresh. Yeah, they are bringing it back. It's a good Thresh.
They are 500 gold ahead.
That's what I love about this game. This is a 30-minute game, and I don't think it's ending anytime soon. We've still got quite a few minutes on this game.
Unfortunately, Camille does not decide to take tower. Instead, she does back. It's actually curious because I don't believe Drake is coming into a minute, but she could have taken that really easily.
Yeah. I do wonder though if she was playing safe. They didn't have a ton of vision up top, and if you were Camille, you wouldn't be able to tell if someone was rotating on you.
It is very true. Oh, Kai'Sa's going the... Oh, little fight going on up here. We do have a TP from Jax. If she can just get out and stay alive, that's going to be absolutely huge.
That does mean, though, that two people are top and Drag is about to spawn.
Camille holding on her own as much as she can, but that Bork movement speed is insane. She does get the shield, but she does get bounced on. Drake is coming up soon. We're unsure if they're going to be able to take it fast enough.
Red team is on the top side of the map, though, and I don't know. I think Camille might have been using herself as a bit of a distraction so that blue team is able to secure this dragon. Yep, it looks like that's another dragon under their belt and one away from Soul.
There we go. You know, it's always those little mistakes. Camille may have died, but they do get Drake back instead.
Yeah, I wonder if she went in as bait to try and drag some of Red team up top so that the rest of her team can secure what can be a game-changing dragon for them.
Let's see. Looks like they are going to attempt to get this bot tower again. ZOV sitting in the mid lane, making sure it doesn't get pushed out to tower. They are backing off a bit. Looks like they do intend to reset here.
I am noticing again, there is a ton of red team vision in blue team's red jungle, and that can really help them if they're able to watch for when they're rotating or how they're moving around. That's going to be really killer for blue team.
Yeah, right now, I mean, if we just look at vision scores, you know, Nami has 55, while Thresh does have 66. You know, ZOV is a bit up there with 39, clearing out those wards. But, I mean, you just gotta keep it consistent. Because right now, you know, Red's able to see a good amount of where blue is, but blue doesn't see much at all.
There was, I believe, a blue ward that was just placed by ZOV in Red side's jungle, which may very well help them. We'll see. I know it's not so much all the time the wards that you do put down, but where you put down the wards as well, and being able to catch those corners and those blind spots that you're not going to normally see.
Absolutely. It looks like they are starting to invade blue side's jungle again. I wonder what they're accomplishing here. They are taking away some CS. It looks like they're going to engage on Rise. He does flash away. His crown is shattered. A nice
coming out of the bush.
Camille.
Because they didn't have wards on, they didn't know.
Oh, ZOV's unstoppable.
Wow.
Absolutely mitigating what else could go on. Absolutely amazing plays by both teams here. Just reaction to everyone's... That was, you know, nobody died, but
that was
amazing
a very good
things were done.
Yeah, that was a really good team fight. That play by ZOV, that was a really good job of knowing your kit and knowing how to use your kit against your enemy team. And obviously because his ulti makes him unstoppable, he Thresh wasn't able to get the hook off of him, and it saved that team fight.
It looks like blue team is getting and setting up for Baron right here. They are starting to take away all of their wards. Let's see what happens here. Ryze does look like he's going to collect blue buff real quick, and we'll see where he goes from there.
I don't know if they're actually doing Baron now. I think they are trying to push out mid lane a little bit. I don't believe they know how many people are in top red jungle.
Fortunately, Ziovi is quite a bit of ways, so we're gonna have to see how they do fight here. 4v5. They do know where Jax is,
and it looks like red team is about to take advantage of them pushing up and possibly sandwiching them.
Oh, they are flanking from behind. Are they going to be able to just walk away? Looks like Yasuo is a lost cause.
Unless he does have a GA.
He can do here. Ziovi coming in with the ulti, doing absolutely massive damage. Yasuo still alive. Jax now getting resurrected. Ult's getting thrown out left and right. Klee taking an amazing amount of damage, but unfortunately, it looks like they're healing too much. Man, what an absolutely amazing fight.
That was
Sejuani unfortunately did miss her ult. Camille did her best to stay on Kai'Sa. Thresh instantly got the lead in the beginning of that. Ziovi now fighting and does get picked out. Not much he can do.
He didn't have... It looks like now that Ryze is pushing mid. That's inhibitor for them, and if they're able to keep this going...
It looks like it's the end of the game. Yasuo is coming up with Nami, but how fast can they kill those two? Ryze does have his, crown up, minigating almost all damage.
I don't know if they're going to be able to push this back far enough.
Red team does get Drake, making it 3 Drakes for 3 Drakes.
That means whatever Drake comes next, whoever gets this could very well decide the game. Especially with something as close as this, a soul would be huge for either of them.
No, even a single team fight, depending on how waves are positioned, it can mean the end of the game. Let's see if... Klee unfortunately not getting vision on him fast enough to react and stop him. It looks like they want to get Baron. We do have a TP coming in. I do wonder if they do get this stolen.
I believe this is the 3rd Baron for blue team this game. They have been very on top of objectives.
We got ultis coming out. Thresh going in, throwing his ult out, slowing everyone down. Klee getting focused. So much action going on. This is very unfortunate. Viego hitting the Nami stun, absolutely shredding everyone, but they do get the ulti down. Oh, Ryze is in base though.
Ryze is ending. I believe that red team use that to their advantage and use Ryze's ability to split push and teleport as a distraction, pushing them off of Baron while he goes in and ends for them. I believe this is going to be the end of the game. Yep.
It's always those mid waves.
It's always those mid waves.
Screw everything up. Once you got inhibitor, you always have to make sure everything's pushed out before I fight.
Red team did get first inhibitor, and I think that really hurt blue team's ability to keep going and push for objectives.
Overall, there were some really amazing fights in there. Camille doing as much as she could to pin the ADC down, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Ryze with his kit just easily walking into base and ending it. It's very unfortunate.
All right, so we are going to go into a quick intermission, and then we will be right back for game 2.
We're fighting danger like kung fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, but I just ever need to help her, hey, you should know that I'll be there day and night. Nobody else can love you better. I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only pain I can endure. And when you're not here, you're my dream, but I just wanna, yeah, I just wanna. You're my dream, but I just wanna. Can't get to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself, to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself, to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself, to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself, but I just wanna.
Deep inside I knew from the start, you my bunny, I'm your Clark. From now to eternity I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arms. The others don't matter, my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one and I know this perfect soulmate. I wanna show it my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard times.
Oh baby, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself. But I just want it.
Can't get to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself, to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself.
I just want
Okay.
Can't get to myself, can't get to myself, can't get to myself, to myself, can't get to myself. All right, guys, welcome back. We are just about to start our second game. Do you want to debrief a little bit, Sleepy, about how you felt coming out of that last game?
All right. So I'm gonna put this in language, right? It was pretty cool. A lot of cooperation between the two teams. I mean, but yeah, seriously, overall, it did go pretty good. They were able to get their shit together. There were a lot of good interaction. We did see that game, like ZOV ulting away from Thresh Q,
That was
and
really
then
nice.
Camille trapping Rise, and he wasn't able to escape because of her ulti. So we definitely did see a few things you don't see every single day. So I'm pretty happy with it, and the fights were pretty good too.
I think definitely these are the best players of our four teams, and it shows in the interactions. I think there's some really cool stuff being done last game, and even though Blue team did lose that early lead, I think that they were still fighting the entire time. They were still kicking and swinging. They were not going down easily.
Definitely. I feel like I think the thing that kind of messed them up was positioning. On both teams. It kind of showed when Rise and Jax tried to kill Camille. She died, sure, but then boom, blue team got Drake. So it's just things like that that slowly add up.
Yeah, I think that it's hard when there's an early gold advantage like that. It is very hard to get your footing back in because, think about it. The other team has an early gold advantage. They have more items than you. So you're starting to lose fights, which means you can't get your own gold up to secure towers or dragons or kills. And it's just going to keep going downhill unless you're making some good plays and able to catch the other team off guard.
Yeah. I think the biggest problem that red side had, I feel like they could have just five-manned one lane and then just taken towers.
Yeah.
They were always a little separated until the end. Whether that was a lack of communication or they just had different tactics in mind, I'm not sure, but
I'm
everyone
hoping. Sorry, continue.
It's all right. Everyone, has their own game plan. You can go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm hoping that, like we were talking about before this started, we're going to see some melding of the teams a little bit more and seeing them work together a little bit more as a team. Because I know all these guys know how to solo queue. They know how to play by themselves. But that team chemistry, like we were saying before, that can make or break a game. And it definitely started towards the end of that last game. I saw them really working together. And I'm hopeful this game it increases even more.
Yeah, I wonder how early game is going to change, because late game is always kind of predictable. It's usually always like we got one splitting, one TPing into the fight, blah blah blah, massive team fight, everyone dies, you know, things like that.
And then they
happen.
reset and go back. Yeah.
Yeah, it basically kind of turns into ARAM. But early game, I wonder how prio is gonna affect what junglers decide to do. So I'm curious about it.
I wonder if we're gonna see any invades this game now that they know some of the strengths and weaknesses of each of the junglers.
Of course, I'd be down for an early game scuffle. I wonder how that would go.
Level 1 level 1 team fight.
You know, they're scary because if you lose,
What's the worst that could happen?
That puts you really far behind.
it does. It really does. That extra 400 gold, that's a lot
early game.
Yeah, you know, you get 10 extra AD per auto, and that quickly adds up, especially in between your abilities.
Yeah, I'm also looking at them picking right now. I'm wondering if we're gonna see the same roles or if they're looking to mix things up a little bit within each of the teams.
I think it's gonna stay pretty consistent. I can't imagine why they would swap out. I think lanes were pretty equal.
Yeah, they did do a really good job of trying to put people in their best role. I noticed, for example, the Shyvana mid is something that I've seen Ziobi do before.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with bans. I mean, they did get Camille out there, which was a rather big threat. She did easily jump on people. The Jax is out, so is Thresh. So those bigger threats are getting weeded out.
We are going to see another Nami lock in this game.
Let's see.
I do think that that big Nami ulti plus the Shyvana ulti and the Camille ulti really locked down some good team fights for Blue Team last game.
It did. Unfortunately, they were so close to working perfectly, but they were just a bit off, and it always allowed the enemy team to survive, just barely.
I think hopefully as the team chemistry gets a little bit better this game, their timing together is going to get a little bit better, and timing some of those CC chains is going to be a little bit easier for them.
Sure, it will. We'll definitely have to see how they fight early, especially with those longer cooldowns. You just have to hit your abilities. If you don't, you're just kind of out of luck. You lose a lot of damage too.
We are seeing a brand pick for, I believe, support. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm a support main, and I know how difficult it is to go against a brand. So I wonder how Blue Team's going to react to this a little bit.
I always find Brand a annoying champ just because you can't fight.
No, you really can't.
You know, once Brand presses R on your team, you have to... It's like when Taric ults. If you try to fight when Taric has his entire team ult, you
lose.
Yeah, you just lose. It's the same thing with Brand. He ults your team. And just like... They have massive impact ults, but once the ult's over, they don't really have anything else to them.
Yeah. It is hard, especially in laning phase against Brand, because he is so oppressive, and it's very hard to get any sort of engages off.
He does have a lot of range in his kit that he can just poke from a safe distance.
I don't know how Nami is going to face that well against Brand either, just because, yes, she does have some healing on her kit, which will help, but he is very high damage and very ranged, and that's something that Nami doesn't necessarily have that much.
We'll see.
We will see. I mean, and it all comes down to who's playing them too, because you can be a decent Brand, but if she knows how to play Nami better than you do, it sucks, you know? Like, she's still gonna win lane.
Yeah,
So.
I feel like this is gonna... They have Mordekaiser, Sion, Nami, Lucian. They have Aatrox, Caitlyn.
Is that a Mordekaiser jungle, you think?
I think Sion jungle would work better.
Sion jungle, yeah.
Not too sure what it's gonna be right now.
I'm actually looking at bans right now. I also think it's a Scion jungle, just based on the order that the bans were placed.
They do have a Hecarim as the jungler.
Hecarim is fun too.
Let's see. It's the jungle. It's the jungle. A Yone.
I do think that, yeah, it is a little more foresty than jungle-y, but there are monsters.
Got monsters.
Yeah, which I think is what would make it a jungle.
Spooky, scary monsters.
I mean, yeah, there's no, like, vines or... I don't know, what makes a jungle different from a forest? What is the... We have to ask, like, an ecologist or something. What's the technical difference between a jungle and a forest?
I think there's too much thought being put into the differences between a jungle and a forest.
I mean, there is a river. I feel like that would make it more foresty, if anything else. We should call it the swamp. Trick swamp.
Romp is literally a frog.
That's true. You see frogs in both swamps and jungles.
Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
But to round out this team comp, they have a Mordekaiser, Lucian, Nami, Scion, and LeBlanc. I feel like the CC chains that can go on with that team comp might be a little painful to go up against.
Who the hell is there? Is it Scion? No, wait. No, Kleewood jungle, right?
I don't...
Jungle?
I'm not sure. That's why I thought it was Mordekaiser jungle. I think that Klee did jungle last time. And Mordekaiser jungle, I believe he's picked it before in some of the Void games, and it's gone very well for him.
We'll see how this has to play out. I wonder, because Mord does have a pretty decent clear, but so does Hecarim. They both do have a lot of AoE damage, so they're probably going to start respectively on red side. That's what I would imagine.
Yeah. It is going to be, I feel like, a pretty gank-heavy game just between Hecarim and Mordekaiser. I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of jungle presence even early game.
Pretty sure that Mord's going to have a bit of a tough time, for sure, because if we look, we do have, we have a fair amount of setup. We do have Nami slow and then bubble. We have Scion Q, we have his E to slow, and we have LeBlanc, I believe it's Q?
Yeah, I think it's Q.
So there's a fair amount of setup, but Klee can't really provide that much follow-up. He does have his E to pull, but it's, relatively easy to dodge.
Yeah. I am wondering if the enemy team is going to be building a QSS with a Mordekaiser jungle, just because getting ultied every team fight, especially if he's ulting their strongest champ on their team, that's going to really change a team fight.
Well, I have to see. It depends, because Mord's ulti isn't just, oh wow, I'm in the Shadow Realm, let me kill you now. It's a very versatile team tool that can change quite a lot, especially just because, let's say you have a team of assassins, you take their peel away, boom, the AD carry is just gone. Yeah. So it really depends on how they're going to play this out. I'm very curious.
Yeah. And I think Mordekaiser ulti is like the definition of zoning. Like, you are taking an entire person
you
out
can't
of the
do
team fight.
anything.
Yeah. And so knowing how to play with that and play around that is going to be really vital in this game. We do have a pretty standard comp on the enemy team, I would say. Aatrox, Caitlyn, Brand, Hecarim, Yone. Very, often picked team comp, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like Aatrox and Brand are a little out of there. They're not played as much, but it's still a respectable pick.
There's nothing crazy off meta, no Yumi tops, nothing nothing
Is that the
particularly.
first thing that comes to mind when you think of off meta?
Well, we had that one game, and I mean, it sure happened.
Mm-hmm. And you lost to Darius.
Yeah, it was something, but you know, I appreciate the commitment to the game. Though, speaking of top laners that aren't top laners, Lulu top has been becoming more common recently, and I don't like it.
It's gross. It's so
awful.
gross.
Alright, looks like red team is coming straight out of base. I think they're going for an invade here.
They have everyone in that bush ready to demolish anyone who comes their way.
If Brand throws an ability into that bush right now, it's gonna be bad news for them.
No one on blue side, no, red side has yet to start abilities. Brand did start his W, and Caitlyn did start her trap, so if an early game fight does come out, they are walking out of the bush. Let's see what happens here. That's a little bit of pressure. Not much going on.
I do think they're backing off a little bit. I don't know if they're going for it. Blue team did a good job of holding their ground and watching for those invades, and I think red team just wasn't willing to risk it there.
It looks like everyone's just wanting to play safe again, especially red side. They are, they did lose a game already, so if blue does win,
yeah,
that's
it.
it.
This is a very important game for them tonight. And, they want to step up a little bit from last game, and they're going to try and win this.
Very simple game, nothing too crazy. We do have a ward in top side Pixel Bush, but other than that, everything's pretty normal. We do have the two setting up in the bot lane bush, ready to try to get an early pick. Let's see if Nami can land this Q. She chooses to start. Oh, absolutely massive damage from those Nami bubbles.
Wow, that put Brand quite a bit behind in terms of health right now. And that's going to give them a really nice lane advantage, especially because Nami's going to be able to heal her laner. I believe Nami went electrocute this game. Yep, she did. So, I don't know if you are familiar with Nami Lucian electrocute comp.
It's just a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So much damage.
Nami's able to put her enhance onto Lucian. He's able to proc the electrocute for her. And yeah, it's very hard to play against. And I've played it before, and I've played against it before, and it's hard.
A lot of scruffles going on here, but it does look like mid lane is struggling a bit. He doesn't have any more health pots, so LeBlanc may be able to WQ Ignite. Looks like she's going for it. Is that enough damage? We'll see as it ticks off. And just barely last tick, he does survive. Unfortunately, she does have to use Flash, and he didn't, so she is down a summoner spell. Right now, she is looking for help. Mordekaiser looking like he's gonna gank bot lane. First wanting to take Scuttle. Let's see how this goes.
Lucian and Nami pushed up under their tower, which is gonna be really good if Mordekaiser decides to gank here, but it looks like he's backing off.
Oh, it looks like he might take the long route. Making sure that there's absolutely zero vision, which they haven't placed any of yet.
I know we were just talking about this last game, that vision can really kill, and it looks like there's a ton of damage going out on Caitlyn right now, and a very strong Nami bubble there.
Looks like Caitlyn does flash shoulders Mord. They may be able to get Brand right here, and it looks like they do. Unfortunately, Caitlyn is able to get away with a flash.
That first blood is going to be really good for bot lane, though, especially with such a strong comp as Nami and Lucian.
The Ovi just getting knocked up left and right by this Aatrox, just trying to farm up. Looks like he's doing as much as he can, just wanting to farm. Aatrox is doubling his CS, making things a little difficult, but as long as he does get that XP, he should be alright.
Yeah, I think that's something hard that you have to learn, especially when you're first starting to play this game. Sometimes you just have to accept that you're going to lose CS and just stay in XP range and play safe and not fight.
Yeah, because in the end, an enemy being a level up on you, but you might have a little more gold. That level gives you a lot of golden stats. Like, it's ridiculous. Not much happening across the map, but we're getting a little trades here and there. LeBlanc is pressuring Yone extremely hard. Hecarim is nearby, so a gank may be possible. Lots of damage. Ignite from Nami. Her double auto looks like it'll do the job. He is still alive. Both teams are very injured and summoners were thrown out. Heal is no longer available for the bot lane. Let's see how this goes. Mid lane is being pressured a bit as Yone does use his E to come out.
LeBlanc backing off a little bit.
Oh, lots of good fights going on here. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Oh, he's
that bush. Yeah.
Now he's invisible. Looks like LeBlanc's simply gonna walk away. Ziobi gonna get away? Yes, he does.
I think it's hard with some top lane matchups, especially. There are just some losing matchups, and there's really nothing you can do about it. You just have to play safe.
There are, and Aatrox just absolutely punishing. Oh, Lucian able to get the kill on Caitlyn. Aatrox ulting, trying to kill Ziobi under tower, but he just wants to live. Let's see what happens here. Unfortunately, flashes do go out.
I do wonder if Sion passive though is going to help keep him under tower, but it looks like Yone is dying in the mid lane.
Very interesting. Oh, Hecarim now ghosted. They don't have a lot of mana to work with here. Exhaust does go out. Nice Nami. Oh, they're going to fight it. Oh, unfortunately, they do die.
I think it was hard. Lucian was just a little bit too low, and he didn't really have anything to be able to push past that Hecarim that was just on top of him. Nothing to knock Hecarim off a little bit and get away.
See, unfortunately, he does know that he's there. Klee does get Scuttle, but he's not able to kill Hecarim. Let's see if he tries to invade his jungle. It looks like red buff is up. That would be massive if he is able to take that. Looks like he's going to go instead on the Yone.
Was that just me, or did Mordekaiser's pull not pull?
I mean, it's something that does happen.
It might
Unfortunately, I will have to step away for a minute. I will be right back.
Alright, I will carry this by myself. So it looks like we have LeBlanc staying back a little bit in mid lane. I don't think she wants to go in on Yone right now. We do have bot lane on red team pushed back into their tower a little bit. I have seen so far that despite getting a lot of fights, getting a lot of kills on blue team, they're playing pretty safe. Looks like Ziobi is getting hurt by this Aatrox again. He is going to try and possibly tower dive him. I know this matchup has been lost for him all game, and Aatrox is just able to push him off a wave. Brand is a little bit lower than Caitlyn here, and it looks like Nami and Lucian are pretty full health, which if they decide to go in here is going to be really unlucky for Brand. LeBlanc is coming down river, and I believe there's about to be a gank happening in the bot lane.
Unfortunately, something does spot her. Looks like a ward in the bush. Not able to do much there. Unfortunately, Ziobi does die again. It's going to be real rough for him as Aatrox does keep getting a lead on him. He does have TP available to him, which is nice. Nami getting turned on, ulted on by Yone, ignited. And the E going off looks like it's just enough damage to kill. Klee trying to focus. Ooh, Lucian on Caitlyn. Klee focusing Yone. Brand going on his own, flashing away. Ooh, one more auto. The dragon ends up finishing Brand. Let's see if they transition into taking it. No, Hecarim is there. He is very dangerous at the moment.
It looks like Ziobi's getting an upper hand on this Aatrox right now.
That's what it seems, but Aatrox's healing is quite substantial, and so is his 3 knockouts. Let's see what happens here. Klee does have to try to fight for his life. It does look like he's gonna get taken down. Unfortunately, he is.
Very even game right now. Blue team does have about 2,000, over 2,000 gold advantage, but they are even on kills right now. Right now, under 2,000.
Just seems like Ziovi's struggling a bit under tower, wanting to kill Aatrox, but he does have ulti again, and he'll heal all the damage. LeBlanc does look like she's coming up ready to kill Aatrox. No wards on blue side, so there's a very real possibility that this does end up working for him. LeBlanc is here. Aatrox does ulti, and there we go. Simply bursted down. We got Yone going in on Klee, but he's simply gonna walk away. Not much that Yone can do there.
Yone just doesn't do enough damage, and Moore just has enough sustain. I'm just completely ignoring him there.
He is going to get a plating here, which is unfortunate. She's going to opt to go for some CS instead of damage, as she did use her abilities to go over the wall. And it does look like they're going to take Drake right here. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like there's anything either side can do. It looks like he's going to go in on Caitlyn. Lots of damage going through. That's very nice.
That was stolen Drake for red team.
Oh.
Mordekaiser went in and stole that Drake. That was really good for them.
Flash exhaust, very nice.
Looks
Let's
like
see what
red
happens
is
here.
rotating on Hecarim.
We have 3v2 bot lane and Ignite going out. Yone coming in, ulting, missing. Let's see. Unfortunately, LeBlanc does die. Brand is still full HP. Some damage goes out. Yone with the second Q does not knock him up. Right here, Lucian stuns him, auto, and the passive burn does get him while Yone is able to finish him off. Now there's a scuffle in the top lane with Ziovi and Aatrox. Let's see how this goes.
He is trying to kill him under tower here.
Unfortunately, it seems like Blue is just barely getting ahead ever so slightly.
That was good for red team in terms of getting that dragon, but it was a lost team fight, and it did cost them a lot.
Yeah. Let's see what happens up here. Ziovi's just constantly getting knocked up. Comboed, big damage. He did have to flash, unfortunately. He doesn't have TP. Let's see.
Aatrox is very strong and is giving Sion a definite run for his money.
Yeah, it's hard because Sion needs that Q to charge up to deal damage, but
He can't.
yeah, Aatrox just gonna combo him. Let's see what happens here. Mordekaiser versus Aatrox. Oh boy, that healing is just too much. Aatrox is known for his absolutely insane healing potential, which does sustain him enough through the Shadow Realm to kill Klee.
Hecarim going into health too is really substantial for them.
See, Ziovi looks like he just wants to take CS away from him, waste a bit of time if he can. His objective shouldn't be killing him, but taking what he can to prevent and waste his time.
You know, when you're behind, you have to sometimes cut your losses. And he said, yeah, I am
Big
behind.
Nami all here with bubble and
Very
Q.
strong.
Ooh, very, very nice engages for both teams. LeBlanc easily following up.
I'll make their life bar
This is very good for red team.
Unfortunately, they still are 4,000 gold down.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to be able to get any objectives off of it either. There is some tower plates left on bot tower, which might be good for Lucian and Nami. But it looks like LeBlanc dies to a Yone tower dive, which is going to really put her behind here, and Yone is probably going to get some tower plates off her as well.
Right now, it looks like Hecarim is ready to gank bot lane with Ghost again. I believe is almost up, so it may be a possibility. Ziovi, yet again, just trying to survive under tower. He ulties, but it misses. Yone just doing his thing, absolutely just knocking people up left and right and not giving a damn.
Both him and his brother do have very strong early power spikes, especially with a couple of items under them. And yeah, I think it's really hard to play against either Yone or Yasuo.
It can be, especially if you don't know their kits too well. You know who's a good counter to them? Gangplank. It's very easy to fight those two. Let's see what Ziovi can do here. He does get displaced, while LeBlanc can't land ability just yet. We got a stun going out. We got a chain stun. Unfortunately, Ziovi did use ult earlier. Aatrox is going to ulti it. Ignite does go out to reduce the healing, but he does get that damage out just enough to kill Ziovi. And LeBlanc is going to have to flash. Let's see. The healing is just too much.
That was really hard for them. I do think that Aatrox is just going to keep snowballing. He does have 5 kills now, and it's going to be very hard for Red Team to counter that, especially later in the game. He's a very, very powerful champion.
It was a very unfortunate Shadow Realm ulti from Klee. He simply just couldn't get any abilities out.
Nice
The
pick
Nami
off
ult
of Brand.
coming out. How much Yone is coming up from behind, so this can be the end of the 3 of them. Let's see what happens. A good Nami bubble going out. Klee with the Q. Ignite does go out early to prevent healing. Ulti does go out, but does miss. And Exhaust does go out. It does save Klee. It was a good fight, and it kept everyone alive. Let's see what else happens.
Very good damage control for Red Team.
LeBlanc does come down, absolutely destroys Caitlyn with the W. Let's see what happens here.
Although Aatrox does have a lot of kills, Lucian has even more. And I think he's going to be a very formidable force against Blue Team.
We're going to have to see, because Aatrox does not have any. He doesn't have any armor. He has Merc Treads to try to stop against any slows and or CC. But that means Lucian's damage just sticks through. Unfortunately, Brand is able to land his ulti Q, W, and E. LeBlanc looking to run for her life.
I don't know if you can really add this one.
Unfortunately, she does die. Aatrox easily looks like he's 1v2ing in the mid lane, not giving a damn about what's going on.
I will like to know Aatrox got top tower and then came straight to mid to push that tower as well. So he is not playing around. He wants to push those objectives, and that's going to really be killer for them. You know, you lose a mid tower, you've got to play extra safe. You're not going to be able to rotate for dragons as much. It's going to really kill you.
It looks like Aatrox is just applying pressure everywhere, especially since he's ahead. He's not going to decide to group. Instead, he's going to do what he can to, his bot lane is losing a little bit, so he's going to try to compensate for that. It does look like he is able to get some damage out. Oh! Having no armor absolutely makes him get shredded with Lucian. Lucian putting so much damage out. He flashes, he's dodging Yone ulti. Yone does get on Nami with the, oh my god, so many beautiful dashes coming on out, but unfortunately, just too much damage was applied to Lucian, and it did kill him. Mordekaiser simply taking Yone to the Shadow Realm. Let's see what happens here. It is enough damage to kill him. Caitlyn does try to go in. Ran 1v1ing, and she does live and kill him.
That was a very good couple of picks for Camille. I believe she did get the shutdown off of Aatrox as well, and Fed Camille isn't going to be good for Blue Team.
We have a Camille?
Not Camille. Oh my god. I am so tired. A Fed LeBlanc. You can see the similarities. They both got little dashy things happening.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Obviously, very similar.
She is really scary. She's not one that you really want to
get fed.
Yeah, especially because if you don't have any MR, she just blows you up. Her kit, as complex as it can be, it's simple to kill someone.
Yeah, and honestly, if they've got a Fed LeBlanc and a Fed Lucian, that's high AD, high AP damage. And they've got to choose which one they're going to build against and who they're more scared of, and that's going to be really hard for them. Very strong pick coming out here.
Team fight. Aatrox trying to sustain as much as he can. He is able to get Lucian down. The ult does come out from Hecarim, fearing them. Yone absolutely decimating their team as he does get multiple knockups. Brand doing his thing, applying massive damage across the team. Ziovi does die because of lack of MR. Hecarim not giving a hoot, just wanting to go in, but decides against it.
I will bring my point back to the opposite. Brand does have quite a bit of ASP damage, and Aatrox is doing a lot of AD damage, and that's going to be killer. You know, you have to pick one or build half and half, and either way, you're kind of screwed, you know?
Unfortunately, none of the carries are building anti-heal, and Nami isn't doing good for her either, so this can be very difficult. That Aatrox, he just doesn't have to hit Mordekaiser or Sion, and he just heals everything.
Yeah, that magic penetration can only go so far from Mordekaiser, especially if he's not being hit in a fight and he's not able
Exhaust
to.
out on Hecarim, stopping him from going in.
Caitlyn are blocked by Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser taking a crap amount of damage, sustaining, seemingly coming from nowhere, but unfortunately he's unable to get him killed. LeBlanc is coming in, simply just blowing people up. She does what she does. The Brand comes on in and does it just a little bit better. Gale Force unfortunately doesn't go out, and he does get feared. A very unfortunate find. Yone just absolutely doing his thing with his double hit passive. What a sad encounter right here. Nami just accepting her death. Oh, is he allowing her to recall? Oh, and unfortunately, he's just toying with her, keeping her there. Let's see what happens. Aatrox may just go in for the kill.
Yone able to get a pick off of Sion on the top lane. He's not really able to do much about it. He is pretty behind. Aatrox was able to push him off.
Unfortunately, they're just toying with Nami here. Not much can be done about the situation. If he tries to get away, she just dies. She tried bubbling to the best of her ability, but it does hit. How unfortunate.
I think they just really wanted a pet fish this game, you know? They're having fun, they want a reward for doing good.
Yeah. Oh, Yone is alive here. I don't think he's gonna go down unless LeBlanc is able to close the gap. Oh, but he simply ulties away. Let's see what she can do here. Straight over the wall, not giving a damn. Let's see, can she do something? Unfortunately, he does have that E, but it also resets him. Caitlyn ulti does put her down, but he does die.
That was some really great teamwork on the team's part. I mean, we were talking about being able to work together earlier and team chemistry, and that was a really good job of wow. And
Caitlyn
that was
getting
really good
stat checked to high heaven in the death realm. She did absolutely everything she could. He got hit by 2 traps, Gale Force, her E.
It wasn't
Even
enough.
then, soaking up everything. He doesn't die. Those tabbies are putting in a massive amount of work. Canceling out 12% of damage.
Mordekaiser jungle, it's very strong when used effectively, and I have seen it before. He knows how to play his Mordekaiser jungle.
Absolutely shredding the Aatrox because he has...
Wow.
Oh my god. Plays being made on the field right now. Looks like they are going to try to go for Baron. As much as I do want to condemn the red team, they are still down about 10 gold, and that is 10,000 gold, and that is just really hurting them. Yeah. Let's see what happens with Yone here. Hecarim is coming up. Are they going to have enough damage before he comes in and spites it? Who knows?
I think Hecarim dashing in for a Baron steal.
There he is. They're absolutely focusing Hecarim. Come on, there we go. Hecarim is dead, and it looks like they are keeping their distance. Nami did have to flash away to stay alive. ZOV zoning the hell out of everyone. LeBlanc putting in the work, and it does look like it is going to be easily secured. That gold bounty is going to be absolutely massive for them.
That just brought them up quite a bit. There's only about a 5,000 gold advantage, maybe 6,000. And that's going to be really useful for them.
Aatrox trying to go in. His healing does help him sustain a little bit. We need him here. Klee just taking all of the damage. Caitlyn didn't throw...
Wow.
Was it just me or did Caitlyn not... Oh my god. I don't think Caitlyn threw out a single auto attack there. And that's what I mean by Brand. All he does is press R, and he just
Nami
Just
gets
kills
away.
you. Yeah. Unfortunately,
Lucian ult, but I don't think it's gonna do anything for them. Nope.
Brand dodging absolutely everything, ready to massacre their team. Unfortunately, his skill shots don't hit. He does have Yone here to back him up. It can be catastrophic for the red team if they try to go in. Yone going in, and there goes Nami. Then he just simply eased back. ZOV taking all of the magic damage and just explodes.
Brand is doing a very good job of healing, and it's really working to their advantage. I mean, he's landing a couple abilities and making it very difficult for red team to win these team fights.
Just one of those things where you can't do much. I mean, you're fighting a brand. That's about it. He presses
MR,
on and
maybe.
he wins.
Yeah.
MR, it's maybe a Wit's End, a Maw that might be able to help.
That also depends on what champion you are, because, you know, if you're a mage, there's not a lot of options for you.
There aren't. A lot of it is just take the damage. We have Aatrox going here thinking he's a god. Let's see what he can pull off here as he is getting chased down by 2 people. LeBlanc is coming in for the root. Easily hits it, but oh my god. He just... Where'd his health go?
I believe that was a electrocute from LeBlanc that just completely evaporated him.
See what happens here. Yone does have his shield though, ready to... Oh, but the bubble negates any chance of
He always
possible
comes
healing.
back.
Let's see what happens here. We have Brand in the mid lane, soloing the entire team. Oh my, LeBlanc damage absolutely massive. Let's see if ZOV is able to pull something off here. Is he just gonna throw an ult? Oh, LeBlanc with big damage, unfortunately unable to finish him off. Now Hecarim is going to defend mid.
I do think Red's looking to get some objectives right now, and it looks like they got top tower for them, which is going to close the gold gap even further.
That's pretty good on their side. I mean, they're doing pretty well right now. Even though they are behind, they are getting what does matter, which I love to see that.
And it looks like blue team here is just trying to check vision, prep. Drag's going to be up in a little bit, and that's going to be very good for them if blue team can get this.
LeBlanc with her damage just kind of going out. Brand does hit an ability which causes her to have to back off. See what happens here. We do have a bit of poke out. Hecarim is a bit damaged, but Honey Bloom is going to easily get him back up there. Big ulti from Lucian. Yone coming in. He's exhausted, but he's still clean with the Dragon Steel. Absolutely hunting Caitlyn. We have ZOV with the ulti stunning Hecarim. Aatrox on board. So many fights going in between. A flash goes out here. The root, is anything able to do that? No, unfortunately. LeBlanc does have to run away, try to survive. And she does get taken out.
Very tricky situation for LeBlanc there. Her clone did get caught behind Aatrox a little bit, and it was hard for her to get out.
This is tough.
My day for him.
It's up to ZOV to defend against these 3. Lucian's up in 2. Let's see what he can do. He's gonna have to proc that passive and try to deal as much damage as he can. Aatrox takes a big burst. Unfortunately, that W does bring Lucian back. It only looks like they're able to get a 1-for-1 here. Not the most ideal considering they were able to get an inhib.
That was very good for blue team, and despite getting Dragon, they really lost the next team fight after that.
Oh, Yone just kind of sitting there. So is Brand.
Shredded. Wow.
This
is very good for red team.
That was really strange. They just kind of sat there and took some damage. I don't know what's going on.
That kind of made up for the lost team fight that just happened in red team space. Being able to get those picks off. Nami is taking some damage from Caitlyn here. I don't think they're going to be engaging though.
All right, let's see what goes here. Baron is going to come up soon, so we're going to have to see if they are going to fight for it. Sweeping out Vision, see what they have. Vision has been really problematic this game. I mean, if we simply look at the supports. No, how far are we? Oh my god, that massive damage.
That was very, very bad for blue team there.
Yeah, we're 30 minutes in. You know, support has 53 Vision scored. Not too bad, not too bad. But just Vision around the map isn't that big. Oh my god, Nami stunning and stopping all healing from going off while Lucian absolutely demolishes Aatrox health pool. Beautiful. Aatrox and Caitlyn are dead, leaving only 2 of their team members alive. Oh, Yone just incinerating Nami. Unfortunately, Brand does stay alive.
They are on top of each other, which is going to be really detrimental for red team. Brandel is able to bounce back and forth between them.
How unfortunate. They just 2v4'd their team. Brand and Yone just pulling out massive damage, leaving in between in and out.
Don't leave Hecarim out of this.
Hecarim came in last second. He really wasn't there.
He helps a little.
Debatably
Looks like blue team is going to secure this Baron, which is putting them even more at a gold advantage. It is a little bit over, almost 7,000 now. And that's really going to hurt red team. It's really hard to come back from such a big gold advantage like that, especially when they're down an inhibitor and a Nexus turret.
It's looking too good for red side, but they are yet again just holding out as hard as they can. They are down 6.6 thousand gold. They're even in Drake's, but they don't have Baron at the moment.
I do think, and you've been there. There's a game where maybe you started strong, but you're just slowly slipping off. Sometimes it's hard to not so much get those objectives, because obviously you know how to prep for drag and you know how to rotate, but it is hard sometimes getting your morale. Wow.
Unfortunately, LeBlanc with the Zonias, but she is going to be taken out by Hecarim. Looks like they are going to chase him out. He does pull out the Ghost, and Exhaust does come out, stopping him from killing Nami. Massive damage coming out from both teams. Gale Force going out. They are able to trade for each other. Those ADC fights, especially in that game, go so quick. Clee needs to run from this.
I don't believe he wins this fight, though.
Unfortunately, it's just too much damage and healing. Aatrox, like I said earlier, not giving a damn, freely splitting with Baron buff. This isn't looking too good.
Killing them this game in terms of split pushing. He is always getting a tower, and it's really been hurting right now. They've been really struggling.
It really has. Those slow leads have, developed into this massive gold lead, and it does look like this may be the end of the game. LeBlanc is alive, but Aatrox is just chunking away at the inhib, doing more and more damage while all the minions are hitting it. And that's going to be game 45-39. A lot of action this game, but unfortunately, red team was not able to pull it together. The winners are the blue team.
And I believe that is 2 wins for All-Star Light for League of Legends. So we're done for tonight. I think that was a really awesome series and some really awesome games, and everyone played fantastic tonight.
Props to both teams for doing as much as they could. A lot of teamwork out here. Love to see it. The play was amazing, and the sportsmanship was pretty up there, so I respect it.
Yeah, I am really proud of both teams, and I think if all else, they can go to bed tonight knowing that that was an amazing game to watch and that it was definitely a good fight on both teams. So I think with that, we're gonna close it out for tonight. Be sure to check in tomorrow. We've got All-Star games tomorrow, as well as I believe we have VODs from the previous All-Star games on the Twitch channel. So yeah, thank you so much. Sleepy, you have anything to say before we leave?
Not much, just I continue to hope that we're able to get better and better games out here for more and more content. I'm absolutely loving what is happening and hope it continues to keep on growing.
Yeah. Well, good night all, and we will see you tomorrow.
Wanna taste you again like a secret or a sin. Wanna feel you again like the ocean sand on my skin. I'll be the fight against your fears, forever here, just save those tears. I'll be the courage in your wings, not letting go, I'm all you need. Music's loud and I'm feeling alright. Slow motion, baby, it's just you and I. Yet the burn makes you feel so alive. I'm living the moment for you, living tonight. We're here now, let's party together. Let's live like tonight is forever. We're here now, let's party together. Let's live like tonight is forever. so lost. I love the way that you move and how the lights keep up the groove. Feel like in a movie, baby, but it's ending too soon. We're here now, let's party together. Like tonight is forever. We're here now, let's party together. Like tonight is forever.
Wipe away my tears, so sincere. Turn gray skies to blue. You won't ever change your ways, doing